Olá, boa noite. Eu sou o Biribó, hoje com o vídeo 2 de Chains of Satinav. Como eu já deveria ter aprendido após outras experiências frustradas e frustrantes, os jogos que são de fato point and click não se dão bem com o controle do PlayStation. Então, passo agora a jogar no PC o arquivo da GOG, com vozes em inglês e textos e legendas em espanhol, produzidas por Lino e Asperê, que peguei no site Abandon Sócios. Quanto ao jogo, como vencemos o desafio das folhas, o prêmio é espantar os corvos do quarto que será usado pela rainha visitante. Corvo.
What on earth makes them destroy everything in here?
O botão direito do mouse, ele vê as coisas. Com o esquerdo é a ação. O menu é aqui embaixo e também com o direito ele diz o que é.
The best trap for catching animals alive.
Com o esquerdo ele pega para usar e daí usa no ambiente aqui. Como de fato tem que ser num jogo point and click, né? Para lançar o feitiço, ele ativa
If I
aqui,
only had any useful skills.
nesse jarro amarelo. Fazer um feitiço no corvo.
I'll only bend their feathers a bit.
Não vai fazer um feitiço no corvo. O que mais que tem de novidade? Aqui vai fazendo um resumo do jogo. O desafio das folhas de cobre. O rei Eferdan está esperando a visita da rainha da Nóstria e Andergast prepara suas melhores galas para a feira da cidade. Para celebrar a ocasião, os jovens Andergastianos são chamados a participar no desafio das folhas de cobre. É aqui uma oportunidade de demonstrar o meu valor. Cada participante tem que encontrar 4 insígnias com forma de folha de carvalho, né? O primeiro que as reúna será honrado pelo rei em pessoa. Esse maldito tintureiro Olgierd e seu criado voltaram a me bater de novo. Me roubaram a terceira folha de carvalho. Tenho que recuperá-la antes que qualquer outro se adiante até a vitória. Ademais, tenho que encontrar minha 4ª folha de carvalho. Corvos, ganhei o desafio. O rei me concedeu audiência e me adjudicou uma tarefa. 3 asquerosos corvos invadiram as câmaras reais preparadas para alojar a rainha da Nóstria. Isso é o trabalho para um passarinheiro. Cabeça de servo.
Gwynling's old stuffed owl has nothing on this thing, I must admit. This is bound to batter someone to death, loose as it is.
Do corvo.
Perhaps Gwynling is right. Something's wrong with those crows. I'll never be able to catch them with my bare hands. I'll need some bait and a net.
Precisa de uma isca e de uma rede. As 2 coisas que ele tem aqui no inventário, né? Isca, ovo de pomba.
That's good bait for nasty poultry.
Será que eu ponho o ovo na rede?
The net trap is more suitable for this kind of bait.
Nós vamos terminar de ver as coisas. Candelabro.
Useless pageantry. Who needs so many candles burning at the same time anyway?
Mais uma coisa que a gente não sabe onde usar, mas já que dá para pegar, é o tapete.
It must be worth a fortune. Softer than my bed.
Onde que a gente vai colocar a isca, então, no tapete?
First the trap, then the bait.
Não, primeiro a armadilha e depois o ovo.
A bird catcher needs 2 things, a proper trap and the right bait.
What was that?
Nothing. Everything's fine. I've caught the first bugger. Regrettably, that was the only bait I had.
A cabeça de servo que caiu aqui.
This might batter the Queen of Nostria to death.
Chaminé.
Rumour has it there are secret passages throughout the castle. I'll find out if this is one of them eventually. But first I'll deal with the crows.
Então eu vou usar a cabeça do
A
servo.
lot of things are fragile. This isn't one of them.
Ah, o feitiço dele é só quebrar vaso? Prego na parede, o gancho.
The mount is all bent. No wonder the stag fell down.
É, usar o martelo. No...
The king must have plenty of servants who can fix this.
É, eu não preciso fazer isso porque o rei tem criados. Pendurar a rede no gancho.
I should hang the stag back up first.
Colocar primeiro a cabeça do servo e depois a rede. Sim. E agora a rede.
I'll hang the net between the antlers, but where do I fasten it on the lower end?
Como eu faço para fixar a parte inferior?
6 arms. Not a bad place to put up my net, but what use is it to me right here?
Colocar o candelabro na cabeça do servo.
A 6-pointer and an 8-pointer.
Colocar na chaminé.
I'll lure the crows into the fireplace and then set up the net in front of it. Then they'll escape through the chimney and come back in through the window.
O candelabro na chaminé e agora a rede nos dois, é isso?
Not bad at all. The crows fly into the net, the stag falls down, and the little buggers are trapped. Now I need some bait.
Não tenho nenhuma isca, só a nós.
Maybe. No.
Boa ideia. Não. O que ele pode usar como isca? O outro corvo capturado? Boa das macacadas.
You spell doom.
Just as I thought.
What? Where am I? The execution. The seer.
Silence! No bad omens. And to think I put in a good word to the king for you.
What happened?
I know what will happen. You'll catch those crows by the hour of 6 this evening, or you'll be put in the pillory.
The crows. Right. I don't suppose this was successful.
The sand in your hourglass is wasting away, birdcatcher. It will run out at the hour of 6 this evening.
This dream, it... Pull yourself together, Geron, and start to deal with those crows already. The king trusts me. I can't let him down. Perhaps Gwynling found something that can help me while he was dissecting the bird.
Geron, you turned up at the right time.
He sure seems to have gone through a mood change. That can't be good.
You'll have to catch a fairy for me, as quickly as possible.
A fairy? What's gotten into you?
We don't have much time. Help me.
Por que uma fada?
What do you need a fairy for? Is she supposed to drive away the crows for you?
I may be wrong, but perhaps the seer is back.
Again with this horror story. You're not making any sense. You'd better help me expel the crows from the royal guest chambers.
Later. For now, just do what I tell you.
O retorno do oráculo.
How could the seer possibly be back? He's dead, isn't he?
We all watched him die, but now not only the crows have returned.
But the magpies too?
Murders, Geron, where none should occur. First Knight Ulderich, now Magister Dorata. They were the ones who put the seer at the stake. Who knows what else will happen?
O oráculo e a fada.
What's a fairy got to do with the seer?
Not a fairy, the fairy. You have to catch her before someone else does.
What does the seer want with the fairy?
Only she can unleash the power of the magic harp. No man, not even the seer, can play it without dying. By the gods. If he's back, everything will start all over.
You aren't making any sense to me, old man.
Harpa mágica.
Tell me more about that magic harp.
I don't know. It is said to be from the realm of the fairies.
Oráculo, poder da harpa.
What powers does the harp hold?
Nobody knows. But it is said that when the harp sounds, Andergast will perish. That's why you have to catch the fairy. She is the key.
Oráculo e harpa.
What did the seer want with the harp?
He longed for her because she was the gateway to his power. Or that's what he thought, anyway.
Desenho.
Is this the one in the drawing?
This is what she might look like. Who can be sure?
O papel de Gwynley.
How do you know so much about the seer?
It was I who led all those heroes to him. To his hideout in the Stone Oak Forest.
You were part of the hero's quest?
Hunters and scouts. We caught him. And then we burnt him.
And now a knight and a magician are dead.
Just trust me, and all will be fine.
Confiança.
Why haven't you told me all this before?
Now is not the time.
Well, obviously, it never was the time.
Remédio contra os corvos.
How did you catch that crow over there?
A certain attractant, but it needs water that's been touched by fairy magic.
So I would have to go where the fairy lives anyway.
That's right.
If I catch the fairy, will you help me with the king's crows?
Promise. But would you please hurry now?
You don't have to tell me that.
O que devo fazer?
All right. How do I catch a fairy?
The fairy lives in a hidden place in the Stone Oak Forest, near an old but sealed fairy portal. Look about 2 midden miles north of the Old Finger, where the oneberries grow. If you hear the great waterfall, you're in the right place.
Oh, I'll find that place all right.
Try to lure the fairy out of her hollow by playing your flute. She's nosy, but also very shy.
And then I'll catch her with a cage.
Fairies can be deceiving. Don't let her put a spell on you.
Not to worry. If she's got wings, I'll catch her.
Nada tema, com Smith não há problema. Magia das fadas e os corvos.
And with this fairy water, I'll be able to catch my crows?
Yes. All the other ingredients are easy to find.
Splendid. The king will be amazed.
Partimos agora?
I'm on my way now.
You mustn't fail.
Is the cage fixed yet?
Yes. And take better care of it next time.
Cuidado é meu nome do meio.
Very well then. Hello there.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
What?
Nothing. You're doing all right. Just keep practicing. I'm not even here. You're all alone in the woods and nobody's here to judge you. Not even me. See how I'm gone?
That must be her. Stop! Wait!
Pedir que saia. Atrair pouco mais.
Come on out, will you?
Who?
Why, you, of course.
Who, me? Have you forgotten you're all alone?
I'm not alone. You are here.
And who else?
Nobody?
Aha! If you were a friend of the forest, they'd all be here. The moss hogs and the hazel ferrets. The pebble crane would even rain on you from the skies to honor you. And the wood foxes would build a magnificent bonfire and everyone would dance.
What?
But as you are not a friend of the forest, everyone just stayed at home.
Amigos do bosque?
If I were a friend of the forest, would you come out then?
Yes, in that case we'd have something to talk about. We'd have to stand in awkward silence otherwise.
And in order to be a friend of the forest, I'd have to...
Have friends, that's right. Resin rats, for example. Or paper finches.
And where would I find those?
If you don't have any friends, you'll have to make them up.
What on earth has Gwynling foisted upon me? I'll be back in a minute.
Como eu vou conseguir essas coisas? Caracol.
What a peculiar snail shell. It's like an elven cornucopia from the old tales.
Jaula.
All right, what makes a fairy fly into a cage on her own free will?
O oco da árvore.
The little fairy is nowhere to be seen.
Pilha de folhas. Ou vírus.
Guess I'll have to dig in the foliage then. Ow! No fairy, just a hedgehog. The hedgehog scurried away.
No, please stay. I seldom have visitors.
All right.
Não é para eu descer então, tenho que fazer tudo aqui, mas eu não tenho nada para fazer.
She might have enough of those, living in an oak tree forest and all.
É, a nós ela não vai querer. Então eu vou dar caracol. Sim.
Sitting here, the snail won't lure anything at all.
Pegou tudo. Vai colocar na pilha de folhas isso aqui.
Very well. Perhaps Gwynling will settle for a hedgehog in case I can't catch the fairy. That has to be a Thuranian hedgehog. There's no kind that has longer spikes.
Ouriço junto com o caracol.
Serves you right, spiky guy. You shouldn't always sting our guests. No wonder no one ever comes to visit us.
Hello?
Perguntar de novo. Apresentar o ouriço?
Look at my hedgehog. He's my friend.
But you had to imprison him so that he stays with you. That's no way to treat a friend.
Tomou, papudo.
I'll be back in a minute.
Ah, já tem os espinhos do ouriço aqui.
Long and pointy needles.
Tocar flauta pro ouriço?
You scare him.
Pilha de folhas.
Nothing.
Dá uma castanha pro ouriço?
He won't eat those.
Não, ele não comerá isso.
An acorn figurine? No.
De novo tentar pegar o ouriço sem os espinhos?
Ow!
No, please stay. I seldom have visitors.
All right.
Você não quer falar comigo? Ah, rama de castanho.
Those wooden marbles grow all over my realm. Help yourself. I have plenty of those.
Castanhos.
New projectiles for my catapult. Well, that makes this expedition halfway worthwhile. He won't eat those. If I poke around in there, I might injure the fairy.
Just keep on playing.
They say fairies don't care for money.
I'm sure they'll grow back.
Espinhos de ouriço com castanhos.
Lure the fairy out of her hollow playing the flute. Great idea, Gwynling. All right. This one goes here. That one there. This one over there. Chestnut mannequin.
Boneco de castanhos.
My very best forest friend. That's because he's mute.
Fada, tenho aqui um presente. Amigo.
Hello?
Apresentar o boneco de castanhos.
Well, now, a chestnut king.
A king? Really?
Yeah, he rules the realm of the chestnuts and he's my friend.
I'm deeply honored, Your Tiny Majesty.
Here on here is my dearest friend of the forest, my lady fairy.
Both of you may enter.
Finally. What a strange place. Dolls made of bulbs with hats made of leaves. But where is the...
Hello. I am Nuri Dari Nelavunda, and this is Miss Greenbald, Finkel and Hinkle, the Turnip Ghosts, and Plapperap. To make it simple, you can call me Nuri. Why are you looking at me like that? Are you... in love?
Now that's unfortunate. I thought you were a fairy. All this nonsense completely in vain.
Of course I am a fairy. What else could I be?
You're a human, just like I am. You're much too tall for a blossom fairy and a man-sized fairy?
We'll turn you into a radish at once if you don't keep quiet.
Oh no. The dolls, they... No, please. Please don't do it. I'm just a simple bird catcher. How was I supposed to know?
I'm just fooling around. I can't turn anyone into a radish. In fact, I can't turn anyone into anything anymore.
But you are a fairy?
Yes, why?
Pedir que venha.
Would you like to come with me?
Why? Do you want to show me your world, which must be full of humans?
Yes.
With roofs made from wooden shingles?
Exactly. I can show you those.
Oh, that's marvelous. But no, I can't leave here. I must stay near the fairy gate.
Portal das Fadas?
Is this the fairy gate? Does it lead to your world?
Not anymore. It's been sealed.
reino das fadas.
Did you come from the fairyland?
Yes, and hopefully I'll never go back there.
O que te retém aqui?
Why can't you just come with me?
If I leave here, I get sick. The only thing that keeps me alive in this world is the magic of the fairy gate.
How's that?
It is my well. Without its water, my soul dries up. Like a plant.
Lugar?
Why don't you want to go back to your home?
That's just the way it is.
Well, all right. To each their own secrets.
Ah, é o lar. Ela não quer mais voltar. E levar a magia contigo.
Couldn't you just take a part of the magic with you?
How could I do that?
Let me think about it.
Aonde que tem água de fada?
I'll be back in a minute. They say you shouldn't look into a fairy's face for too long. Otherwise you'll fall under her spell.
Did you come up with an idea yet?
I'm still thinking.
Tiras de couro.
They're probably for a new set of wind chimes. Well, I guess she has to occupy herself with something to kill time. Can I borrow one of these ribbons?
Not those. I wanted to use them to... No. I can't remember what I wanted with them. I'll give them to you as a present.
Mandrágoras.
She cut their roots and dressed them in clothes made of leaves. What in the name of the unknown does the seer want with this fairy?
Go on, say hello to them.
What?
Go on.
Hello, Hinkle and Finkel and whatever your names are.
Portal das fadas.
Is that a magic well? It doesn't even look like a gate.
Why? What do you think it's supposed to look like? You're strange.
I keep hearing that. I'm not going to climb up there. All kinds of things could happen if I touch this gate.
Ponto frágil.
The stone is all wet. Maybe I can get to the water if I deepen this cut a bit. Whoever sealed this fairy gate certainly wasn't weak.
Os espinhos? Eu não tenho mais os espinhos. Vou ter que quebrar isso com o bastão de passeio, a bengala.
Water.
E agora eu vou guardar a água na concha do caracol. Mas eu não tenho mais a concha do caracol aqui.
Get out of there!
Concha do caracol. E recuperou a jaula também, né? Concha de caracol com a água.
Very well, but how do I seal the snail shell now? Very well, but how do I seal the snail shell now?
Com as tiras de couro? Ou fecha com a noz e depois usa as tiras?
Interesting. The acorn fits on the end of the snail shell like a cork. I should still fasten it somehow.
Agora sim as tiras de couro.
A cornucopia medallion.
Princesa. Colar mágico.
Look what I've made for you.
You've tied Yerka the snail to a leather ribbon.
No, look. The snail shell is filled with water from the fairy gate. Now you can come with me.
Really?
Just try it. Alrighty, let's go.
You have to show me everything. Where do we go first?
We have to go to Andergast.
Is that where you live?
That's one way of expressing it.
Which way? This way.
Wait.
Look, Geron. A magnificent bird.
This plague gets worse and worse. Come, there's the town gate.
I just want to say hello to him.
This unkempt black witch's beast?
Says the ugly, pale-faced pig-eater.
Hello, Raven.
I advise you to avoid the town.
What's he saying?
Two dark figures tiptoe past the gate. They're on the lookout for your fairy friend.
Who says she's a fairy?
I am a fairy.
She's lying. How come you can talk anyway? And how do you know everything?
I once made a big mistake, so the gods punished me by giving me the conscience of a man.
Birds don't make mistakes. Birds just do whatever it is that birds do.
You mean like the crows in this town?
Why don't you regale us with a cheerful tale?
Stay away from him, Nuri. Something's wrong here.
But all creatures have the gift of speech, Geron.
That's not important. Come on, you'll be safe with me and Gwynling. Why is the door open?
This is where you live?
Something's wrong here.
Look at this mess.
Is this blood? By the gods, there's somebody here. The fairy. I have to hide her.
Agora aqui no armário.
Look, Nuri, this is exciting.
Is that a cave?
Yes, wait in there until you see a bright light.
Who's this? Hello. I am Nuri Dari Nelavanda, but Geron calls me Nuri.
I have to find out what's going on here. By the gods, what happened here? Your eyes. Who did this to you?
The seer. He's back.
Don't move. I'm with you now.
He sent his creatures for me. The fairy. You'll have to... They...
Gwynling. Gwynling, stay with me.
Os agressores.
What did the attackers want from you?
The old fairy. Scholar. He'll be the next.
Por que a fada?
What do they want with the fairy?
He needs her, but he mustn't get her.
O que você descobriu?
What did you tell them?
I spit at them with my own blood.
Escrevi com meu próprio sangue? As criaturas.
What kind of creatures were they?
Creatures of the night. Strangers in a strange world.
What did they look like?
They had pale faces and pointy claws.
Creature of the night. Erudito das fadas.
What fairy scholar? Please don't die. Not now.
He travelled with us back then. 13 years ago. He was the one who sealed the gate to the fairyland.
Where is he now?
It was all in vain.
Where is the fairy scholar?
In the blood barrier at the Red Lake.
He went to the Auckland?
It's too late now. All is lost.
O que fazer com a fada?
What will happen with the fairy now?
There's only one solution.
What way is that?
You'll have to kill her.
Oh.
It's the only way that Seer can be stopped.
What? No, I'm not a murderer.
In that case, Andergast will perish.
Tem alternativa?
I can't kill the fairy.
You'll have to do it.
Surely there must be another way.
Don't be a fool. His power is beyond the realm of your imagination.
Gwynling?
There. I can hear them, the black wings.
No. No. No, 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 no! What am I gonna do now? What am I gonna do? I can't kill the fairy. I'm not going to change my mind again. There must be another way. The fairy scholar. The Red Lake in the blood barrier. The king can deploy his knights there. They'll know how to defeat the seer. I must go to the castle immediately to warn them and everything will be fine.
There she is! There's the witch! Don't look into her eyes! Witch, take her to the stake to burn!
Oh no, Nuri! They ripped out his eyeballs. How can he find his way to Firon's hunting grounds now? Farewell, Gwynling.
Faca rota?
At least it's a memento of Gwynling. The seer is bound to destroy us all with his magic harp? And that's why he needs my fairy? That's madness!
Por que ele tem que olhar aqui? Ah, pra ver a Nuri.
As if I wasn't in enough trouble already. How can I get her down from there? Nuri!
Geron, your humans are mad at me. I'm afraid that they'll do me harm.
O que aconteceu?
What did you do? I told you to stay in the room.
I got bored, so I took a walk. I wanted to see a town. In the big courtyard, all the animals had been caged. I felt so sorry for them.
So you opened the cages.
Yes, then I stumbled and there was a terrible noise. All of the bowls and...
Why didn't you stay in the cabinet?
I didn't want to do any harm. Ask the raven, he saw it all.
Nuri no muro.
How did you get up there anyway?
I can't remember. I was scared of your humans, and the next thing I knew I was up here. But now, I can't get down.
Those are not my humans.
Ah, agora eu tenho a faca, vou cortar a corda dos barris ali pro povo ir embora. Vamos olhar aqui. Faca quebrada.
It doesn't cut anything anymore.
Já não corta nada. Ele não tem nada para consertar, né? Aqui lá embaixo eu tenho alguma coisa, ou no caminho eu vou ter. Catapulta com a coisa que não funciona. Aqui.
Yindrik's father forged that for me when Yindrik and I were still friends. I can't rip it off. I need a hammer.
Se você tivesse martelo, você não ia usar aí?
Damn! This is all such a nightmare.
Oh, já pegou, né? Porta do armário.
Long enough for a bridge.
Para usar como ponte. Aí vai pôr a porta para Nuri usar como ponte.
Your fairy is in danger, Night Hare.
Oh, it's you again.
A mob has amassed. They want to burn her like a witch. Go and help her before it's too late.
O que aconteceu?
What did the fairy do?
She ran off and set all the animals free. All hell broke loose. They almost caught your friend, but she fled to the top of the wall.
E ele não é mais amigo da April Ryan agora? Agora ele está ajudando a Nuri? A bruxa.
Why do they want to burn Nuri like a common witch?
That came up when she fell into the booth with the clay bowls. She raised an awful ruckus, and when everybody was looking in her direction, she fixed all the broken goods with a spell.
She has the ability to repair things with magic?
Yes, just like a witch does. And a stake can be set up in no time.
I have to rescue her.
Ajuda do corvo.
Why don't you help?
I am a raven. What can I do?
Giving smart replies and making sinister threats, that's what. You buggers are nothing but bad luck.
Now that's helpful. Why don't you get with it and get her down from there before it's too late?
Boa ideia. Boa das corvaradas. Sai.
I'll come up with something. You keep quiet.
Hurry.
Vamos lá para cima, então. O depósito da torre. Esticar a porta para Núria.
I have to build a bridge to our house for her.
Cortar a corda.
If I only had a proper knife. Can you fix this knife with your magic?
Sure,
Do I have to throw it to you or something?
that's not necessary.
It really is fixed. Thank you.
Will you rescue me now?
I'm on it.
Então agora vamos cortar, já que ela consertou.
Very well. First the rope, then the stake. No. Wait a minute. The other way around. Otherwise the barrels will crush me down there.
Vai descer e cortar lá embaixo? Tirar a estaca?
I need something to knock it loose. Firmly wedged in.
Martelo.
I'll just get the barrels to roll. If I'm lucky, they'll cut off the mob.
Agora a hora de cortar. Corta. Mas vai cortar aqui de baixo?
If I cut loose the barrels from down here, they'll crush me, right before the mob attacks me with their pitchforks.
Tá. Agora então, cortamos agora? E agora eu faço uma ponte pro muro? Não.
There's no way the fairy can climb over to the warehouse on this rickety wall. How in the name of the unknown has she gotten up there?
Então, porta na muro.
I have to build a bridge to our house for her.
Ah, passarela aqui pra casa. Agora sim a porta.
Garon, they've begun to throw stones.
This way! Nuri, come now!
What happened here?
No time. We have to get out of town.
Is he dead?
Don't think about him. We have to go. He wanted you to die, and if we stay here, he'll get his wish.
What? How do you know that?
Before he died, he asked me to kill you, but I won't do that. I will protect you, so please trust me and come already.
You can come out now. The mob has calmed down.
That was the gong for the 6th hour of evening. I was supposed to be a hero by now.
A hero?
The king asked me to get rid of a plague of crows in the castle. I would have shown them all.
Get rid of a plague of crows? I prefer saviours of fairies.
I can never go back.
That's for the best anyway. The creatures who killed your mentor would find you immediately.
How come you know so much? Why are you helping us?
I have my reasons. Night Hare. Good thing those creatures didn't find you before me.
Night Hare?
Geron, what are we going to do now?
We'll travel to the Red Lake in the Blood Barrier. Into Auckland.
Into Auckland? I hope you know what you're doing.
Gwynling said something about a fairy scholar. He will know about, about you, Nuri. He'll help you.
Perhaps he can show me how to use magic again, without any pain.
Yes, I'm sure he can.
What do you think, Raven?
It's a possibility.
The scholar mustn't send me back to my home, though. I'll never go back there.
Come on, I want to be as far away from this place as possible when the sun goes down.
Poor boy. He's taking desperation for determination.
I trust him.
You know that his mentor told him to kill you.
I know. He told me. But he won't do it. He'll take me to safety and together we'll see the world. Ah, that will be marvellous. Geron, wait. Don't worry, Raven. He's not going to do anything foolish.
I hope you're right, my child.
For the first time in his life, Geron was leaving home. He didn't know exactly where the Red Lake was, or whether he would be able to find the fairy scholar there, or how he might be able to help him. So he just followed the road towards the north. How could he have known where this journey would take him? Nuri had left all her sorrows behind. Finally, she was free. And as soon as they found the fairy scholar, she would even be able to command magic again. Then she would put a rainbow bird in every tree and would paint a happy face on Geron. Meanwhile, Geron was haunted by the voice from his dreams, and its horrific prophecy filled his heart with doubt.
Why did you have to get involved with the Wraithling King?
King Efferdan is not a Wraithling. It's just the name of his family.
But why does everybody believe that you bring bad luck?
I don't bring bad luck.
Come, perhaps that old woman over there knows the way to the fairy scholar. She can take us there in her wagon.
Wait, let me do the talking. You're very talented with the lute.
Why, thank you. It's the tune for a loved one.
A loved one?
But tell me, please, who are you? And why are you tiptoeing around my camp?
Dizer a verdade ou mentir? Dizer a verdade.
We come from Undergast, and we're travelling north to the Blood Barrier. This is Nuri, and I am Geron.
The Blood Barrier? What is your business there?
O erudito das fadas.
We're looking for a wise man. It's quite complicated. I can't explain the whole story.
That's okay. I'm not nosy, just careful.
Greetings, Raven.
What dealings does the Raven have with you? You bringer of bad luck, Boron's envoy, you and your ilk. You have taken my loved one from me. Go away! Stay away from the messengers of Boron.
Perguntar o nome.
And who are you?
Oh yes, I am Isilda, the Carney bride, but I'm a widow now.
Perguntar o rumo. Vida cigana.
What happened to your husband?
Oh, my dear Darian. He was a magnificent acrobat. I used to play the lute and sing while he was performing, but our act didn't earn us much of a living anymore. So he had the high rope set up higher than ever before.
You mean...
There were no last words, and no last wish I could foster in my heart.
That... I know how you...
Never mind.
Perguntar o rumo.
Where are you headed?
I'm on my way to Andergast. You might know that the Queen of Nostria is eagerly awaited. I want to perform my arts at the town fair there, but now I have a broken wheel on my trailer, and I am stuck.
Sobre a travessia.
We'd be much faster if we used the Carney's wagon, but... You'd better avoid Andergast, Isilda.
How do you reckon? I'm not going back.
Invasão de corvos.
All of Andergast is full of crows. They're hassling the citizens and no one can do anything about them.
That sounds adventurous.
The town fair has been cancelled.
So, it would be useless for me to go there. I guess you've told the truth so far, but I'm still not completely convinced.
O corvo.
The raven. He came from the direction of Andergast. Perhaps he's a bad omen.
I don't want to have anything to do with this messenger of bad luck. I guess I'd better turn round, but my problem remains. As long as the wheel is broken, I'm stuck here.
Viajar com Isilda.
You could take us with you, northward. It's much safer to travel in a group.
As long as the wheel is broken, I'm stuck here.
Oferecer ajuda.
Suppose I fix the wheel for you.
Good luck with that. It's all splintered. You can come back if you want to warm yourself up.
Então é isto. Hoje vamos parando por aqui. O Exou Biribó, agradecendo a presença, o apoio, as dicas, a torcida, desejando boa noite, até amanhã. Por enquanto eu fui.